Welcome back to the South Coast, where there is due to be a change in format. Not a major change, but a change in format. As you know, I like to try and put 2 matches, one for each, into each episode. But I've done the maths, and if I keep going the way we're going, it's going to take so long to do a season that we're not going to get many seasons done before the next game comes out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one main match, then everything else will be those little mini match summaries, and hopefully they'll be even shorter and snappier so we can get a lot of them in, because I don't want the episodes dragging on too long. But like I say, if I don't speed up the amount of time I'm sort of doing per episode within the game, then we're just not going to get enough seasons done. So that's a decision I've made. Hopefully it will work out well. And I'm not quite sure which main game you'll get this episode, because I've had a look at the schedules and there's not a great deal of fun coming up. But we'll pick one and we'll go with that. And I will try and keep a balance between how often each side gets shown. But obviously it will very much depend on who's got the more exciting, meaningful games coming up. But like I say, hopefully you will not notice that much of a change, but you will definitely have noticed a slight change. Anyway, on with the show. We very nearly got a completely undeserved win. I mean, you can see from the XG, admittedly, they got a penalty in that, which they missed. Well, Bonham saved it. But we didn't have a shot in the first half. We basically did nothing going forward, scored from a corner, and we were just about to hold on. I was just about to change the tactics to hold on to the win we had when we conceded the equaliser, which frankly we didn't even deserve a point, but we got a point. And it said before the game that I might be sacked, so we'll have a see. We've made a couple of tactical tweaks. I don't know if that's had anything to do with it. Che Adams was on fire, scored a hat-trick. We held on, despite the best efforts of McCarthy, who may have played his last game for Southampton, because he literally passed the ball straight to Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal's second goal. But we've hung on, we've got a win, first one since that second game of the season, and yeah, I am so happy with that result. We have just signed Harry Lee as a centre-back. He'll be like Johnston's paint trophy at the moment. He's only 19. He may or may not become any use whatsoever, but he's nowhere near as bad as the rest of the young players we've got. And for those of you who know me personally, you will know why I've signed Harry Lee. Yet another fantastic performance from Portsmouth. Basically, did nothing, deserved to lose. And I would not be surprised if I get the sack now, because they've been touting me for the sack for the last 2 matches. Well, I'm not quite sure whether to be disappointed or happy with that point. You can see from the match momentum thing down here, first half they outplayed us, but I mean, we scored first. They equalised really quite late on in the half, in injury time. Stuart Armstrong gave the ball away in midfield, and they ended up scoring from it. Second half, we outplayed them completely, and we had some chances right towards the end. Disappointing not to have grabbed a winner, but we'll take a point. Let's draw off the first round of the FA Cup, and look what's come out. We got a local derby with Eastleigh. It's a game we should win, but it just adds a little bit of flavour to it, doesn't it? Well, there's a decent number of the first team who should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves once again. I put some youngsters in. Eden Sears and Harry Lee both got their first games, because basically we don't care about the result of this game, except the fact that of course it could get me sacked. They all played so badly that I made them play the 90 minutes just so that they couldn't actually blame anyone who came on after them. I have no idea if we'd have done it if they'd have had 11 men on the pitch for the entire game, but frankly I do not care. We came back at them strongly after they got Casemiro sent off, and I think we thoroughly deserved to win that, to be perfectly honest. So that's 2 fantastic home wins in a row. Things might finally starting to become together at St Mary's. Just wish it would at Fratton Park. That's another scintillating Portsmouth performance, but at least we didn't lose. I don't know as we deserve to win either, to be honest. There were very, very few highlights in the game. but they were all ours. But yeah, we're just sort of crawling towards me being sacked at the moment. Well, to say that's a very annoying defeat is understating it. They scored from a set piece and a penalty. We missed a penalty and didn't convert what few other chances we had. Probably should have been a draw, but it wasn't. Surely this is it. This is a team trying to lose, deliberately trying to lose. Their second goal, there's no excuse for whatsoever. Jack Bonham came out, looked like he was going to jump for the ball and catch it, which he should have done easily. Just left it, went in. 2-1, conceded a third. And if I am not sacked in the morning, I will be very, very surprised. I think the screen says it all. I've been given an amount of time, I don't know exactly how long, to turn things around, but things are not going to turn around because I think it's been made illegal for us to score. We basically matched them except the 3 occasions on which they scored, and we didn't do anything. So I'm fed up with predicting that this will be the end, because it never is, because for some reason they're enjoying watching me suffer. So screw it, we'll see if I get sacked or not, shall we? Well, the ref gave us a helping hand again. Sent Yves Bissouma off, harshly in my opinion, after 14 minutes, after which we absolutely dominated Spurs. Got the goal, Salisu header from a set piece, and it's another home win against decent opposition. So I am very happy as Rainer Scummer. Well, the good form just goes on and on. Che Adams gets another couple, and first half we weren't overly convincing, but we were ahead at half time. They'd out XG'd us, but second half we just basically dominated them. Stepped it up a gear and won a game without the referee's assistance, basically. I mean, Wolves were 19th coming into the game, so we're supposed to beat them, but it's nice to know that we did comfortably do that. It's featured match time, and this could be an absolute killer. It's the FA Cup first round, it's Portsmouth away to local rivals Eastleigh, and Trevor Skate is clinging on by a thread. I honestly don't know how he hasn't been sacked yet. I mean, if we just have a quick look at the schedule, we haven't won since we beat Chelsea under 21s. We haven't won in the league since we beat Barnsley, and that was 2 months ago. And frankly, we haven't looked like winning for a month. So a game against lower division opposition. If we lose this, I'm pretty sure Trevor is going to go. But then I've been sure he's going to go for several matches in a row, to be perfectly honest. I've jiggled things around again, trying to get some sort of attacking intent out of this side, because defensively we're not actually that bad. We have let in 3 goals in the last couple of games, but that's basically because I think they've given up. So we're pushing our wing-backs further on. We're going inside forward up front and trying to cut in just to get men in the box, because by God, we don't seem to be able to find it. I mean, this is, at the moment, the opposition penalty area is this like mystical land, like land of Honolulu. Yeah, I mean, if this doesn't go well, then I think it'll be next up Barry, because I've decided that the next skating line is going to be called Barry, because why not? Right, I can't keep. No, we are favourites. Play like it. Actually do something. Right, I've got faith in you. I don't know why, and that seems to have affected more of the defence than anyone else, but hey-ho. Right, okay. Here we go. This could be an utter disaster, but oh, that's not encouraging. It's a kick-off highlight against the Spitfires. Saints obviously doing very well, and that I'm just wondering, given the nature of these two sides, whether Southampton's form at the moment, oh my lord, might be the reason Portsmouth are playing so badly, because history shows that when one does well, the other fails miserably. And the fact that Saints seem to be getting their act together and are 8th, I think, now in the table and looking upwards. We've already got about half the number of points that I... oh my... But, I would kind of like us to get. We're on 22, I think. So, you know, sort of mid-40s would probably be okay. Oh, my lord. Oh, yeah. Changing goal for Portsmouth. Bonham has been dropped after that shocking aberration. Especially when he complained after I fined him 2 weeks' wages for it. Possibly a little harsh, but quite frankly, if you'd have seen it, you'd have said he shouldn't ever have money again, quite frankly. Oh, hello. Rafferty. No, that's overhit. Oh, Scarlett. I'm bunging Scarlett in because we're playing a poacher up front now, and apparently that's what he's good at. We have at least had some shots, although, again, this is National League opposition, so, you know, not exactly setting the world alight by having shots, are we? And, frankly, their chances have been much more convincing. Oh, if they could finish, we would be dead and buried already. I mean, we've still got an XG of 0.18. I mean, it's... when you see this, this is what I'm up against week in, week out, and actually twice a week with this bloody side. And quite frankly, what am I supposed to do? If even against a team of this level, we cannot create anything even remotely resembling a chance, then what am I supposed to do with them? I can't rely on us just... Well, I can't rely on us, basically. That sentence could easily end there. Scarlett, was he on? Oh my god. It's his first goal since he's arrived. And I don't even know how it happened, basically. Okay, Dale got in there. Oh, not entirely sure there wasn't an offside involved in that somewhere, but we'll take it. And they've still out-XG'd us and basically outplayed us, quite frankly. Yeah, I'm not happy with that performance. Right, that's unacceptable, you see? And they know it's unacceptable because otherwise they'd be up in arms despite winning, wouldn't they? If I wasn't telling them anything that wasn't true. And the fact you know it's true leads me to believe that you have deliberately given up. I feel like Jose Mourinho at the moment. Well, Jose, like 2.5 years in. Nope, Scarlett's fallen over in the penalty area, and apparently that is a foul. He's going to take the penalty himself. I mean, we don't get in the box often enough to know who takes penalties for us before this, so I don't know who would have taken it otherwise if he hadn't been on the pitch. But that's the beauty of never picking your own penalty takers, just letting the team decide. Because they'll always pick the one with the highest penalty taking thing, which is why Maitland-Niles missed for Southampton the other day. But never mind. Right, now, oh, look at this. Look at the confidence flow now. I mean, if this gives us that little boost of confidence and we suddenly start playing like a team in League One, then brilliant. But yeah, passes like that have been all too familiar. Whoa, Pack. That's our playmaker, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be here all week. Touch nothing, he serves you. Scarlett on for the hat-trick. Scores it. Right. Dane Scarlett. You are going to play. There is a reason you're here. My God, we've finally found it. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been playing the style of striker he is all season until very recently. So, right, well, I think we can rest a few people. Right, Robertson can come on. He's left-footed, so he can play that side now. Josh Karoma, inside forward. Rico Hackett. What are you training as? I don't know. Well, I know you're training as inside forward, but which side? Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's bung him on. He can use either foot reasonably well, so we'll get him out there. Right, let's get Lowry on. Marlon Pack can have a bit of a rest, especially as he doesn't seem to know how to pass. I mean, it's been a much better second half, but then the first half was hardly impressive. Tunnicliffe wants to come off apparently. Well, let's put Mingy on. And okay. Right, I mean, could this be a turning point? I really hope so. I mean, we are 20th, by the way, the table. One place above the drop zone. We're supposed to be heading for the playoffs. Although, I will still point the finger at whoever spent £750,000 on Zach Swanson and someone else whose name I can't quite remember at the moment. Maybe Colby Bishop. Neither of whom you'll notice is currently... Actually, no, Swanson is on the pitch, but only because someone else is in need of a rest and or injured. And great goalkeeping. Well done, Griffiths. I thought they'd eradicated that from this game. I thought, you know, you'd have gone down and tried to save it. But no, standing there is still an option, apparently. Right. Well, it's very nearly kick-off for the France game, which I'm dreading because I hate watching France. Oh my lord, it's 3-2. What is going on? What are you even doing? Why are you doing this? We had this game won so easily and you have just made it look really ropey. Well, we came close to blowing that as well, so, you know, the boys have still got it. That's the important thing. Right, well, they're through to the second round. It might give them a bit of confidence. Let's tell them how amazing they were. Well, yeah, right, okay. Appeared uncertain. What you're uncertain of there, lads, is the fact I've told you you did well. Because, frankly, you haven't heard that for a long time, have you? Because you haven't. I'll just quickly show you the league table of Southampton. There you go, look at that. 8th. Now we've discovered how to win games. And this is what's annoyed me about Portsmouth so much, is the fact that the Southampton tweaking has worked. I've done what I'm being told they're good at, and I've tried to play that way, and it's worked. We've been playing well. Portsmouth, I did that, and they just said, no, we can't do that either, boss, I'm afraid. We are just terrible human beings. Anyway, I'm not sure when we'll be back next. The next episode should be in a couple of days' time, but I don't know which games it'll be. Hopefully we'll be into next year, because obviously we've got the World Cup coming up, so Saints aren't playing much more until the end of the year. Portsmouth probably stupidly will be, but we don't know why. Right, well, thank you for joining me. A Portsmouth win, who would have thought? Saints going well, Portsmouth terrible generally speaking, but we'll keep fighting. And yeah, like, comment and subscribe. If you feel like it, tell me where you think I'm going wrong tactically with this Portsmouth side, because I'm honestly not asking them to do that much, and I definitely don't think I'm overcomplicating it. So, but any tactical hints would be appreciated. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye.